What is up, guys? Kevin Cage back with another cryptocurrency update. Happy Friday to all, and I know it's been a minute since we've done an informal video update, so let's kick it off, and I hope everybody is doing well. So first things first, the XRP price chart on the right-hand side on the daily, and we can see this chart is as flaccid as it gets, and we can see, double bottom around this level. Alerts are set on both sides, and I just wanted to make a decision. However, I still believe that the market does climb and retrace out of these levels, provided that Bitcoin does hold these levels of 30K. And we'll pull up that price chart as well in a minute with Bitcoin, because talk about Bitcoin and XRP. And Bitcoin, he's about as flaccid as it gets as well. Take a look. So really in similar positions with the EMAs of the 8 and 21. And ideally, I'm just looking for a retracement to be hit to finally kind of get some signs of life, because other assets and microcaps are doing just that. For example, DAG is one of those assets, of course, after the big 75% crash, and yes, we did crash 75%. Let's go kind of wick. It should be like 74, 75%. Yep, so about 74, 75% it crashed, and then it went on to climb from the wick all the way up. I mean, ideally, another 1,000% plus, and currently sitting over 500%. And when I was looking at this cup being formed, I was just measuring the retracements, and with Fibonacci, I mean, we could use the swing high as either of these. Let's see, we'll just go right here. And I mean, arguably, you can see right here, wick to wick, swing high, swing low. We're really just ranging, consolidating on the 236 to perfection, finally blasting off. We had some golden crosses, which is great. And then if you notice, right at the 702, we finally blasted through this level. And ideally, a few levels just for anybody that is a trader or a swing trader, because I'm not a day trader. I don't sit and just try to do trades all day. I like to set and forget. We can see, once it broke through, giant points of confluence would be around here, then 100% retracement, and then eventually really targeting the 1618. And in this case, it went above and beyond, which is beautiful. So we'll see if we're re-challenging the 17-cent level, and we'll see how we measure up. But just wanted to point this out. So we have DAG, we have a variety of assets starting to wake up, and this one didn't even come out of the cup. It absolutely exploded above and beyond, creating a new all-time high. XRP is flaccid, so we're waiting. Is it somewhere down here if you wanted to compare it? And you're not looking for exact similarities, guys. You have to look at these assets with a very open mind. So this is one of the ways that I'm playing it. It goes way deeper than this, but anyways, I'm kind of ranting. It's good to see that APF3 is slowly climbing up out of here, so we'll see how this measures up. Is it somewhere, similar to this structure? So in the days and weeks ahead, I'd expect it to climb as well. Kava's getting a nice little push up 12% today. But I mean, honestly, a lot of these assets are just flaccid and in very interesting positions. So let's pull up Bitcoin again and just kind of compare even between Bitcoin and XLM, just to give you an idea of what I am seeing. So notice that a lot of the institutions are talking more about Ethereum. I saw Blockchain Backer make some very great points about that as well. So we'll kind of cover that a little bit. But ideally, ball's in Bitcoin's court, ball's in Ethereum's court. If these assets start climbing up, it's a no-brainer. We're going to get some volume and numbers into our other assets as well. So looking for that. If it pushes up, that RSI pushes up a little bit, obviously it's going to form some golden crosses. And the same thing, if we want to zoom in here for XLM, you can have the smaller time frame cut through the larger time frame. And friendly reminder, we'll pull up DAG as another example, just to kind of look back at assets that have already blasted out of this entire cup. And yes, I know it's a micro cap, but I'm using it to gauge other movements on different time frames as well. So notice we had all these beautiful golden crosses. This is the most bullish scenario ever. Another scenario would be, a really, really slow climb out of it. But either way, provided Bitcoin holds this 30K price point, I think we have a good chance to get a nice little retracement here. Whether you're bullish or bearish, it's all good and great. But this is how I'm playing this market right now, provided BTC holds this level. Next up, I know everybody's been covering this as well, so it is time for the US to create a Ripple test for crypto rather than the Howey test, which is, 80 years old at this point? So the SEC really needs to change its approach and update its approach, because the Howey test was created for securities laws before the internet was even a thought. So yeah, safe to say they need to update their approach. And whether you like XRP or not, and you're a crypto fan, if you hate XRP, you should still be rooting for clarity, and you should actually still be praying that Ripple wins this lawsuit, because this will be good for the entire cryptocurrency space. The SEC, aka the bully of the United States, not even really pushing for clarity, but almost regulatory control, is pushing innovation to other countries. The United States was a leader, an absolute leader during the dot-com bubble, because we had clear regulatory frameworks, businesses were comfortable with the opportunity and knew what they could and could not do. A lot of fintechs and even blockchain-based firms are leaving to other countries where there's clear guidelines. Going to Malta, Singapore, Portugal, going to other nations for friendlier tax havens. Japan, and even other fintechs are beginning to blow up throughout South America and Latin America. So this is going to happen with or without us, and I would much rather the United States be a part of the change and be a part of the solution rather than the problem. One video I'd like to reference is, let's see, November 13th, 2020, and this is actually about a month before the SEC came at them with the lawsuit, and this is Stuart Alderati. He's the head honcho general counsel for Ripple. And I encourage you guys to look into his background, but even in this video, I'm not going to play it because I don't want to get copyright, but he goes on to talk about the types of classification for crypto assets. And he goes over the differences, talking about security tokens, utility tokens, and payment tokens. And XRP is clearly a payment token. Now, there's also assets out there that exist today that could be hybrids between those three, and maybe even other use cases that we've never even thought of. And also, really quick, when I tweeted this, I saw this on a website, I copied and pasted it. I did not mean to paste it in all caps. I'm not a psychopath. But anyways, the longer you take to make your money, the more diverse you'll be with investments and income streams. Very interesting, just wanted to share. And also guys, right here, Cointelegraph sharing this article titled, "Get a Passport, Pay Crypto, Live Tax-Free." As we know, most transfers of cryptocurrency are taxable, unless the transfer is qualified as a gift or a charitable contribution. And as we're well aware, buying something using crypto, a house, car, a new suit, anything can trigger taxes, and most likely does, especially in the United States. And even paying taxes in crypto can trigger taxes in some cases. There's a few ways to pay tax-free in the cryptocurrency space, and one common option is potentially giving up your citizenship and trying to become a citizen via investment in some of these Caribbean nations as well. However, I don't really have to worry about that because I do leverage iTrustCapital and have a crypto Roth IRA, which means it's all tax-free, specifically all my gains and all of my trades, which I can trade at least the assets on the platform 24/7. So links are in the top of the video description if you'd like to check it out, and you can get your first month free with the promo code. Ideally though, I'm really watching the Ethereum price chart just to wake up, since there's hundreds of thousands of ERC20 tokens, and if we start waking up for a variety of assets, specifically Ethereum, I think it's a good chance that we're going to see those retracement levels hit for a variety of our assets. Even notice right here, I retweeted this, Ethereum. Coinbase Institutional now yesterday is pointing this out as well, which I found it to be pretty interesting. So Coinbase Institutional discussing the Ethereum and Bitcoin ratio, talking about it strengthening, talking about ETH's Paris conference, and especially the EIP 15, or I should say 1559 around the corner, which ideally should push up price. And I'm not going to tell you what will happen because I can't guarantee that, but there sure is a lot of interest, and they're really focusing on Ethereum rather than Bitcoin now. There's a narrative change, even Elon. So decide for yourselves, guys. I'm speculating in a speculative market as well, and just wanted to point that out. And they're even talking about, look at this, a strong double bottom. So kind of arguing that this is strong support. And will we kind of go on a run shortly? I don't know. I'll believe it when I see it. But that's absolutely what I want to see. Also, another quote by Martin Volks. "Before you invest, investigate." Love it. Thank you for sharing. We're seeing no shortage of bullish crypto information available, such as on Cointelegraph, titled 60% of uber-rich family offices considering crypto or own it. Goldman Sachs goes on to say 15% of Goldman Sachs family office clients have already purchased digital assets. I would like to know when they did. So this survey was reported by Bloomberg, more than 150 family offices, and found that 15% of them are already exposed to crypto assets. Very interesting, and of course this number will be on the rise. And I know everybody looks at cryptocurrency like it's the Wild West, and yes, it's volatile. There's not as much liquidity compared to other markets, but it is establishing itself just like any early market. As more money gets pumped into this market, these crazy price swings are not going to be available, meaning the ROI and the opportunity is slowly going to go down year over year as we're seeing growth. Something to consider. Right here, approximately 67% of the firms surveyed manage more than $1 billion worth of assets, with 22% of respondents boasting assets under management exceeding $5 billion. Seeing a bunch of information about the Ripple rival Stellar in talks to acquire MoneyGram. Ooh man, this would cause a lot of drama in the space, and I'm going to have to keep up with this and pay very, very close attention. And as we know, Jed McCaleb, he's the CTO of Stellar. I believe he's still the CTO today, last time I checked. Let's see, launched by Ripple. And of course, he was one of the creators of the XRP ledger, and he's almost done selling his XRP. And if you guys don't know about that, or maybe you're new to XRP and crypto in the past, I'd say year, Google Jed McCaleb, his name right here as well, and look up essentially the contracts in selling. Everybody has their own beliefs if it's really a lot of selling pressure on XRP or not, but a lot of people believe that when he's done selling, there will be way less selling pressure on XRP and the price, which means it's a lot easier for XRP to finally go up in price and less of a glass ceiling. Also, we have Circle K convenience stores will host thousands of crypto ATMs. Now, I know some people, will be very excited about this. To me, yeah, it's not a bad thing. It's exposing people to crypto and lowering the barrier to entry and a step closer for mass adoption. But I don't really care about ATMs. But I guess some people will see this as like great news. So hey, I'm rooting for it. I'm rooting for crypto. I'm rooting for Bitcoin, Ethereum, etc. Just wanted to share this. So more than 700 of its Bitcoin ATM machines had already been installed at Circle K convenience stores in 30 US states. The company claims to have over 3,500 crypto ATMs in operation across the US and Canada, with 30 types of cryptocurrencies including Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ether. Where's XRP? Anyway, something to keep an eye on, as inflation is now the talk of the town. Next up, we have Nigeria as well, piloting a central bank digital currency in October. I'm not even going to go into this article, I already read it. Interesting to note that it does run on the Hyperledger Fabric blockchain. That was a tongue twister. But we're seeing a variety of nations, Jamaica, a bunch of African countries, a bunch of Asian countries, a bunch of countries throughout even Europe discussing central bank digital currency pilots, both wholesale and retail. So no surprise. Crypto is here to stay. It's going to grow. It's going to be volatile. There's going to be swings. I don't have anything to say to someone that doesn't think crypto is here to stay. We have a bunch of headlines of 110 million XRP on the move as well. An equivalent amount of $65 million in fiat on the move going through XRP today. I saw Crypto Addy share this the other day as well. SBI, a huge shareholder of Ripple and R3, of course, and we've heard Katao discuss XRP usage. We know the integrations as well, is swimming in XRP liquidity again. Great to see. Please note that Japan is one of the nations, a forward-thinking country, that has already declared XRP to not be a security. So Japan can use XRP. They don't care. Yesterday, 5 million XRP that SBI moved to BitGo ended up at the exchange Rain in Bahrain. In the last 24 hours, SBI VC Trade received the largest value of XRP between exchanges, this time incoming from Bitstamp, over 7.4 million XRP. Let me click this really quick so you can see this whale alert. You can see the volume of XRP, the amount of XRP on average, the source, and the destination. So coming from Bitstamp, heading to SBI VC Trade. And now here's this website. This is the link right here, and I'll try to remember to link this in the top of the video description, 3xrp.dev. This is a beautiful, beautiful site. The XRPL ODL Rosetta. Look at this interface. This is gorgeous. You can see exchange XRPL payments versus trades, in versus out, real-time fiat trades. Look at this, the Korean won and XRP. I saw the Turkish lira, the Japanese yen, the euro, Brazilian real. I'm just looking at all the currencies I recognize. Absolutely beautiful. You can see movement to KuCoin, the XRP ledger throughput. Very powerful stuff. Very powerful. So you can see the amounts, you can see the source, the address, the destination, heading to Binance. Isn't this cool to see this happening 24/7, guys? This is part of the new financial system, just like I showed you with Nacha Alliance. And this is what I wanted to refer you to, the entire backbone of the US ACH network. And so please type in Nacha Ripple, you'll be able to pull this up. And XRP and Ripple are at the settlement foundation, the bottom of the payment stack. This is how I foresee the future. And yes, Bank of America is a Ripple partner. Same thing with American Express. So anyways, this is 3xrp.dev, available right there. So thank you, Crypto Addy, for sharing as well. And also, Jordan Harry, thank you for the tag. So we have the GOAT of Real Vision Finance. This is Raul Pal. I always butcher his name. But anyways, I found this to be very interesting. So you guys know that I'm a fan of Metcalfe's Law as well, just talking about network effects. And this is the trend that they're noticing, and XRP is right here as well, with cryptocurrency valuations that are correlated with network size. And to me, this is rather obvious. It doesn't take a genius. And this should give you hope in the future of this asset class. So nice to see Goldman figuring out, and I believe he was a former Goldman exec as well. Nice to see Goldman figuring out that all crypto are valued on network effects. Using an approximated Metcalfe's Law model, I published the same work basically in January, and I'm sure others did before me. Well said. So beautiful. This is called Look at Assets in Ascending Channels, and sit back and relax, and don't sweat. And then also Jordan Harry right back to back, another one. So thank you for the tag, guys. This is a must subscribe on YouTube. Really genuine guy as well. Covering crypto on YouTube, so check him out. Good guy. Anyways, Mr. Pal goes on to say, I know crypto charts are 2 a penny these days, so mine are equally worthless. talking about log charts, logarithmic. This is the only way you should be looking at crypto charts in my opinion. And we can see Bitcoin seems to have negated the head and shoulders pattern. And I know we were talking about the Bitcoin head and shoulders pattern the other day, or at least on Patreon a couple weeks ago. And now we have on-chain data suggest huge accumulation and better market dynamics. Metcalfe's law valuations are increasing. The power of network effects are growing. And price have now met the log trend. Next up, Ethereum has also reached the log trend in time and price, and looks like it is forming a wedge. Decision time. And you guys know my bias. I want the market to go up. And I also see other assets, other microcaps such as DAG, completely coming out of this wedge and breaking out. So my theory, and I could be wrong, is that we break out of here, XRP goes on another run, and all the people that have lost hope may be happy yet again in the future. Let's see, but I cannot get bearish in the larger log chart regression context. And so looking at this is what I mean by an ascending channel. So we have this giant ascending channel. Notice the green and the green, top and bottom, just holding this up. This is what I see, year-over-year growth, dating back from 2010. And the ROI gets significantly less each and every time, so this is why I try to be a fast mover in a lot of these assets. And also, Flare community, I just want to say thank you, sir. I watched your stream, I just watched the re-recording, and thank you so much for gifting me that NFT, a non-fungible token. I really do appreciate it. It looks so cool. Let me pull it up really quick. So check this out. So Flare community gifted this to me. I think he gifted a few people it, but I really appreciate it. This is so cool. And listen to what he says.
I want you to know that you are very much appreciated.
Let me restart this.
Thank you. You have received this NFT as my way of saying thank you for something that you've done selflessly for either myself or the Flare community. I want you to know that you are very much appreciated.
What a cool guy. So Flare community is a longtime XRP community member, and if you have not subscribed to his YouTube channel, please go check it out right now. Very cool. And this is rarible.com, so we can see Flare community has an account. Also, my man Jungle Inc. Really cool guys. And this is just amazing. So if you guys are not subscribed to Jungle Inc. or Flare community, Community Flare, I highly recommend it. I think his work is incredibly selfless and very helpful for the community as we are waiting for Flare networks to launch. I'm grateful for a lot of the community members that put in their time for everybody else to reap the rewards, and so I just want to give you a massive thank you as well. You know, you've helped me better understand Flare networks as well, so I cannot wait to give back any way I can in the future, my friend. Also, just another tweet. Why are you so bullish on this asset? I know a lot of people ask me this on a variety of assets. Well, it's because the masses aren't even aware of it yet. I'm bullish on assets that people don't even pay attention to. I was bullish in buying XTC or XTCE back in the day when it was on Mercatox, the scariest exchange that I've ever used, and I had to get my money off it right away. I was buying Algo at 15-20 cents right away as soon as it was launched, at least on Binance US, when Binance US was a brand new exchange. I was buying ZIL sub 1 penny. Probably even like May 2020 or a little before that as well. HBAR, I was buying it at launch when it was first on the first exchange ever, and then it was dropping down and it was finally at 1 to 2 pennies again. Beautiful. QNT was buying it in 2018, and then of course I talked to King Solomon because I was buying it at like $4 or $5, and then later on he was telling me all the documents he saw, so he made me FOMO and get more. So you know, I'm just grateful for everybody that's helped me learn. And yeah, right there, API 3. And of course, DAG was 1 penny, then it's climbing back up again. So excited for the future. I don't own every great asset. I'm just trying to own what I understand. I stay in my small circle of competence. There's no right way. There's just your way. You don't have to do what I do to be successful. But really, I'm just ranting and kind of sharing things that I've experienced. I've literally bought assets, got bored of holding them for 6 months or a year. I sold them only for them to moon. And if you would like an example, have you heard of Terra Luna? I did videos on this back in 2020. I shared that I bought it at 20 cents and I sold a huge portion at like 50 cents. I thought I was a genius because I made a killing, and I owned a lot of it. I went heavy into it. And I think it was like worth, let's see, it was over $50,000 worth at the time, and I sold all of it. And then Luna went from 20 cents to 50 cents, and then guess what it went to? $20. And I missed out on over $5 million if I just held for another like 6 to 8 months. So coulda, woulda, shoulda. I don't play coulda, woulda, shoulda investing, because if you're focusing on the past, you complain, and that's your little sob story, you're never going to see the future opportunities. There's new doors being presented to you each and every day. So just wanted to share. I know what it's like to sell too early and miss out, and I have dozens of examples. I could talk about DOT, I could talk about Zilliqa, a bunch of examples. So you're not alone, guys. This is just part of crypto. Nobody can buy the bottom and sell the top exactly. Markets fluctuate, and all we can do is capitalize on what happens in between. This guy, Kevin, your calls are straight fire. Your XRP calls destroy your cred, though. Still down 90%. All right, time will tell, my friend. And here's another example. DAG completely came out of this cup, just on another level. API 3 is starting to wake up. Ramp, XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, they're all flaccid. I want these guys to start waking up and retracing yet again. So just looking at these kind of mini fractals that are occurring and just paying attention to this. But all right, guys, that's enough ranting today. I greatly appreciate all that tuned in. Like, subscribe, and links are in the top of this video description. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend.